Hello Taurus, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. I've decided to do your reading tonight. You were due a reading for December into January anywho, but I'm sort of reminded of your weekly reading today and it seemed a little bit heavy, so I decided to do Taurus. So here you are. I'm reading for a masculine. Feel free to switch your genders. And the energy that's coming through for this time period is the flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. With the buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide, and the wasp spirit in reverse, sometimes life stings. So with this combination, I feel that you're trying to achieve some sort of balance here, but you haven't made a decision in any one particular direction. There are opportunities that may be coming in or being presented to you at this time, but because you're not really planted in one direction or in either place yet, you're fairly undecided about what direction to take. I also sort of get that you kind of feel that you're between realms. You may be sort of looking at the differential between the 3D and the 5D, and in the 5D you're very much the abundance universe will provide with my buffalo spirit. So you're really confident in the 5D, everything's fairly harmonious, you know that you don't need to worry and all your needs will be met. But when you sort of wake up and re-emerge in the 3D, you're still here with the wasp spirit in reverse. So kind of struggling really to correlate the two, maybe trying to keep your vibration high, knowing that that is, what will manifest this abundance with the law of attraction, etc. But in day-to-day life and real life existence in this light body, it's not really happening. And this sting that you may have suffered in the past, it certainly is something that's already happened, but the stinger is still there. There's still a lingering sense of being stung and hurt, but this is a choice, Taurus, because you can pull out the stinger now, but this is sort of suggesting that you're choosing not to. It's a little bit of confusion as to what direction to take, and trying to keep your vibration high. Know that abundance is coming your way, but at the same time, because you're not seeing it in the 3D, you are starting to question it, and I think it's making you a little bit imbalanced, so you're not sure what direction to take. I have got in your significator, the heart of the matter, quite a bit of imbalance, a lack of strength really. We've got the 9 of coins, so you're coming through as abundant, single, self-sufficient, solo traveling. But what's actually clarifying that is the angel of strength in reverse with the strength in reverse. That's really quite intense. I don't want to say anyone. No, I'm not going to say it. Hang on. Okay, I'm just going to go with fear. Let's just go with fear for a double strength in reverse here. But there's most certainly a weakness. I don't think you feel supported, because in both of these cards, they both have these feminines. I do say, as I say, I'm reading for a masculine. I feel I am, but it could well be a feminine. Please switch your genders if that's appropriate, but you'll know more so as I go through the reading. But she has got a lion protecting her. This lion will die for her. She knows she's protected. She's very confident in herself. And with the strength card, she's very powerful. She's fearless. But in reverse, this is kind of like maybe almost, there's a feeling of fear and maybe even disgrace here. Some shame that you've maybe not been as fearless as you would have liked to have been. You've not made the decisions that you would have liked to have made. Or that you've achieved your 9 of Pentacles, self-sufficiency, abundance, by being a bit of a coward, really. And I don't know how that plays out for you, Taurus. As I say, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and switch if it works for you. But somebody is most definitely lacking strength here, whether it's physical, mental, moral. But I mean, that's something else. Double strength in reverse for the Nine of Pentacles. It may be that somebody is actually staying single because they literally don't have the guts or the stamina to even attempt a relationship, and that's why you feel maybe in between realms. You're okay in your own. That's where the abundant universe has provided. You would like a relationship, but you're still very much stuck on something that has given you a real bad sting in the past. Could be something like that. But that is your heart of the matter, your significator, your main energy. You seem, as a whole, you do seem okay at this point. Overall, I do think there's a relationship issue here, a relationship that has broken down that you're still very fixated on. I think you've made some poor decisions here, Taurus, certainly in your past. I do see you coming out of it in your immediate future, however. So your obstacle at this time is the Seven of Wands with the Ten of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Wands is perseverance, really. It's standing your own ground. It's hanging on in there. But there's a Ten of Cups in reverse here. This is a broken marriage. This is family trouble. Can be empty nest. It's disharmony. It's just there's no joy here. I mean, if you look at this card upright, I mean, you've got a lovely little couple in front of the fire, cat and the mouse. All sort of seems very Christmassy to me. And it's not happening. So I sort of feel that this Christmas might be one where you're not with someone, Taurus. I do think that it is possible that this be remedied, but it's actually your own defensiveness that is preventing this coming in because it's in your obstacle position. And your own lack of self-confidence, your own lack of strength that is keeping you single. Your own fear is keeping you single, Taurus. You're almost defending off and fighting off that which would give you happiness. Because you're in between the realms. You cannot decide which way to go. Do you know what? I think you actually know which way you want to go. But it is fear that's holding you back. Double strength in reverse here. You are afraid. You may be afraid to give up your own freedom, your own singledom. But I honestly think you're kidding yourself on here, Taurus. I don't think you have a lot of pleasure right now. I think you are very mixed in your mind space as to what would bring you pleasure. Because there is a relationship here that I think you're pining for. So in the best you can achieve this month, I really struggled to get a card out here. Oh, Christ almighty. I've got the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. The Seven of Swords has been clarified by my community card. So I think there has been a third-party situation. I think there is currently maybe more than one person that you have in mind, and that's why you're embracing the in-between. You have maybe two options here. But certainly somebody here, and it may very well be you, is feeling at a real loss, is feeling very low, very tired, is almost tired of hiding. This is kind of like with the Seven of Swords here, it's sort of trying to get away with something, trying to be sneaky, being deceptive, being a cheater, hiding from the real issue. And the real issue is that there is more than one party involved here. My Seven and my Three of Swords come to a Ten of Swords, which brings about an ending, but ultimately a betrayal. That is coming up in reverse in your immediate future with some hostilities here. So, yeah, I think it's possible you have had more than one person that you have been dealing with my community card. You maybe left someone feeling very, very sad, quite heartbroken. Certainly you're in separation from them now. They don't trust you anymore because of what's gone down here. And I don't think you have the bottle to actually go back to this person, even though you know that that's where your happiness lies. because I think you've made a really poor decision here. And that decision is where that war spirit is still stuck in you. That sting is still stuck in you. If it's not that and you haven't actually, you know, betrayed someone, it's just the fact that you can't decide, Taurus. You can't decide whether you want to be single and free or make the compromises and, you know, grown-up decisions that to be in a relationship. I think deep down you want to be in a relationship, Taurus, but you're lacking some sort of strength to make that happen. I'm not sure entirely what that is. At the very base of the matter, your subconscious, the root, we have got you as the Knight of Cups. So you're Casanova, and this is why I think there's some indecision here. So yeah, always looking for love, always round the next corner. Really likes the honeymoon stage of relationship, rarely gets past that because he's a knight. It's coming through as my rebel, someone who challenges authority to affect social change or rejects spiritual, sorry, I haven't got my glasses, spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. I just think it's a bit flighty at the very, as I say, it's this in-betweeny feeling again. You don't know whether to commit and, you know, decide that it's time to grow up and become a king. But you like the freedom, possibly. You like the options that you've maybe had, your, you know, bachelorhood. And with my man holding a heart with the Two of Cups, the fact of the matter is that there is a broken relationship here that you're pining over. The Two of Cups in reverse. So there's been some sort of breakup here, some sort of separation, an argument, and you're very much in your feels about it with the King of Cups and the man holding a heart. But your sort of natural rebellious nature is almost working against you here, Taurus. With you being a Taurus, obviously you're very, very stubborn, and I actually don't think that's doing you any favors. I think you're kidding yourself on here, Taurus. I really do. But I do think that this double strength in reverse, if it is I think this would hurt your ego, actually. That's quite possible because they're both quite powerful ego cards. You may be dealing with a Leo, but I think it would, and Buffalo is very stubborn as well. He's very terrain. Yeah. Just give me a second. Sorry, I've kind of gone off in a little reverie here. Okay, I thought I'd get something else. So in your past, I have got the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Devil in reverse and the door to personal happiness and healing. I feel that as much as you've broken this bond with this person, with the Devil in reverse, you maybe felt quite bound to them at one point, and you wanted your freedom. You wanted to go off and have a Rogery old good time elsewhere, but emotionally there's still a bond here. You still felt bound to this person even though you're not physically attached to them any longer. I think there's been a certain amount of indulgence and greed here in your past. And I don't think you expected to be able to not shake off this person as easily as you maybe have done relationships in the past. But quite determined to shake it off. But yet it's still here, Taurus, and in your immediate future. So I have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Christ, with happy family. God, what to say about that? There's coming out of feeling a victim here. There's coming out of feeling sorry for yourself with the Ten of Swords. There's overcoming an ending. It could have been a very long, drawn out ending. And that you want happiness back again. So there's a certain amount of recovery here. I think we're coming into recovery in the immediate future, Taurus, from whatever this situation is for you. And you're looking towards happier times, maybe a new relationship. Yeah, this is often my blended family card, but it's some sort of celebration. I just think you're going to be feeling an awful lot lighter in the immediate future with the Five of Wands here and the door to Spirit. So again, you're sort of still fighting off what may really be a spiritual connection. You may really feel strongly connected to this person, but you're not liking it. You would rather, I think, have discarded them and moved on, enjoyed your community type, endeavours. But there's some sort of internal conflict, because I still think you feel very attached to whatever this connection was with this person. And this again is coming back to embrace the in-between. You're going to have to choose a direction. Taurus, if this reading is resonating with you and you do find yourself, very flippy, floppy, very misdirected, confused, you are going to have to choose a direction if you want to get yourself out of it. And it's either just to never, darken this person's door again, and accept that they're always going to be part of your energy, possibly. They might always be a part of your energy, and just get to be okay with that. And that's what this lingering sting is. Or indeed, muster up whatever strength you're not currently able to embody and approach it head on. Because there is an element of actually avoiding or denying your own happiness here due to ego and fear. Maybe even a bit of shame for how you've treated this person in the past. And in your immediate future, we have got the Lovers and the Three of Coins. So this is wanting to invest in this relationship. This is wanting to collaborate, work, do what is necessary to bring this together. With the Three of Coins, I have got my yin yang, which is, the male, masculine, feminine, yin yang, feng shui, perfect balance, all the lovely stuff. So I see you in the future, very, very near future, trying to bring this back in to play. But there's hostilities here with the Lovers. And again, I do think that you have walked away from this person. So they may be feeling quite hostile towards you. They may not be prepared to consider you as an option in the future. I do see this coming through as a Queen of Cups who is in reverse in your outcome. So that would make sense to me. How you're being viewed. You're being viewed as the King of Cups with the Knight of Swords. You're being viewed as someone with the networker here. Someone who gets out and about, who, is fairly social, pretty empathic, but there may also be somebody who keeps his emotions hidden with the King of Cups. I'm not a fan of the King of Cups. Certainly a water sign, which clearly you're not, Taurus, but you're being viewed as someone who is pretty emotional just now. Someone who's maybe bottling up their feelings and is probably having nightmares about a situation with the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety, stress, depression. This is like the devil. It reminds me of Salem's Lot, if you've ever seen it. I know it's not the little guy at the window, but it's really like the devil coming through in her dreams. So you're having nightmares about a decision that you've made. And it is with regards to walking away. So I say, I do think you made a decision to ditch this person, maybe quite harshly, and thinking that I don't know, maybe it's something you've done a number of times, Taurus, but this one is stuck in your energy and you can't shift it. But I really don't think this person is for having you back, and I think that's why you're lacking the strength to even approach them, because you would have to come clean about why you've done what you've done, why the Seven of Swords here, why you've left them, why there's been other people involved. You would have to, if you wanted the real deal. And in your hopes, you're hoping, crikey, 9 of Wands with the 10 of Wands, you just want this burden to be dropped. You're just hoping that you don't need to think about this anymore. With the 9 of Wands, this is like being absolutely shattered. You know, this is my wounded warrior. You're actually hoping it progresses to the 10 so it can just be bloody over. I really think whatever's gone down here has left you very stuck, very tired, exhausted by the whole thing. And in your hopes, we have got the 2 of Swords upright with the 2 of Coins in reverse. You're just hoping to balance off this situation. I mean, with the 2 of Swords upright, you're hoping to be able to make a decision, but you really don't have all the information here, Taurus, to be able to do that. And with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, you're really struggling here. This has been overwhelmed. This is falling off your trapeze. I don't think you're going to be able to balance this out, is what I'm saying. You know, if you're trying to play 2 people at the same time, it's going to fall in its arse. You're going to fall off your trapeze here. And the truth will eventually out. I've clarified the 2 of Coins in reverse. And I do have attachment in reverse. Oopsie. And financial constraints in reverse. So I don't know if one of the parties that you were tied to in a financial basis, and that has possibly kept you with them. But that is something that seems to, or you're hoping that you will be freed up of these financial constraints in the future, maybe to actually approach this other person. So there may have been someone in the mix that you had financial ties with, and that is possibly what's kept you with them. And in your outcome, you're coming through, Taurus, as my King of Swords and the Fool. In the upright position. So, you know, someone who's fearlessly revealing their emotions here, which is very, you know, non-King of Swords. He is very direct, very honest, pretty cold, to be honest. He really is a cold tatty. But with the Fool here, he's sort of been able to reveal his emotions. He's almost helping people laugh at his hypocrisy, his absurdity. There's like some sort of self-realization here. But we do have the Angel of Love in reverse. So there is a lack of balance here, maybe with this person. And I do think it is my Queen of Cups in reverse here. So maybe a water sign you've been dealing with, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Or just someone who's lost that loving feeling with the Queen of Cups in reverse, or she's just no longer around. Even in your outcome, she's still very much in your thoughts. She's come through as my femme fatale and my virgin, but she's also someone who is has got rest and rejuvenation in reverse here. So this is somebody who actually rest and rejuvenation. Hang on. Just have drawn a complete mental blank to what that is. A time of bustling activity and seemingly unending business. So this is somebody who's had a lot of downtime, who's had a lot of relaxation and meditation, and now they're ready to play, basically, with the femme fatale here. So I think they're back out there. And I think you're still really missing this person in your outcome. I think there's still a lot of love here. You would like this love this person offered you maybe in the past. They've obviously been very nurturing, possibly very supportive, and a caring connection here. I think you want to talk to them. I think you're maybe keeping an eye on them with the Page of Swords, the Mediator, and the Broken Heart. You want to heal this situation, Taurus, is what I'm saying. You maybe send someone else to act as a mediator on your behalf, to maybe like soften the ground before you get there. But ultimately, you're still very much between these two worlds, and I don't think you've made a firm decision as to which direction to go in. Even though I think you're very clear in where your heart lies, it's down to you whether you have the strength to do what needs to be done and remove the stinger. So I'll take an advice card for you, Taurus. What advice card, please, do you have, Spirit, for Taurus? Advice for Taurus. Yeah, follow the voice of your soul and spring. See your seeds grow. So do your soul. Star Ancestor. It's a lovely card. And the spring, with it being the last card, is usually a timeline indicator. So this would kind of suggest that, you know, whatever you've got in your mind, whatever you're hoping to bring into manifestation, is looking around the springtime. So heed the messages coming directly from your soul. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on a purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be the bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You are being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up but also help you light up your corner of the world. So continue following cosmic guidance that is coming your way. Yeah, I mean, it is saying that you're almost in denial here. You know, I mean, you know where your happiness lies. This is your Ten of Cups right here in your blockage position and in reverse, and you're almost blocking your own happiness here, Taurus. So have a good long think about that and work out why the hell anyone would do that. Thank you for listening. Please like, please subscribe, please hit the bell button, and if you would like a more accurate reading for your own circumstances, my information is below. Bye.